Disclaimer: this podcast is for informational purposes only and is not meant to replace or substitute any professional, legal, accounting, or financial advice. If you have any legal questions about this video or the subjects discussed, you should consult with an attorney or tax professional in your jurisdiction. Good morning and welcome to Balanced Breakfast. My name is Isabella. I have been a bookkeeper for 2 years, and I'm the owner of Bella Bookkeeping Services. I started this podcast as a way to share my knowledge of bookkeeping with small business owners and new business owners. Let's jump right in. Today's episode, we will be talking about the basics of bookkeeping, what it is, and why it's so important. First up, what is bookkeeping? Well, the definition of bookkeeping is the activity or occupation of keeping records of the financial affairs of a business. Now, this is a good definition, but we're going to dive into the tasks a bookkeeper may perform to get more light into what they do. Tasks a bookkeeper may perform include categorizing transactions. Categorizing transactions puts all of the financial transactions that your business has into categories that make it easier to see where you're spending your money. This is often used to help create reports and can even be used further down the road by your accountant when they go to do your taxes. Accounts reconciliation. Accounts reconciliation is where a bookkeeper will sit down at the end of the month with a bank statement provided by your bank and look over all your previous transactions from that month. This helps to ensure that all financial data is correct and that all transactions that have been recorded by your company are accounted for. Accounts receivable and accounts payable. So I'm going to do a future podcast episode to talk about these a little more. But to sum it up, accounts receivable is money owed to your business by your customers or your clients. And accounts payable is money that you owe to other vendors. For example, if you were to purchase inventory from someone, like a huge order of pens, and they deliver an invoice to you, then that would be filed in accounts payable. Invoicing and bill management. Invoicing is where a bookkeeper will take information that you give them about a job, create an invoice for it, and deliver it to a customer. They will also record this invoice in your books to make sure that they are accounted for when it comes to preparing financial data. And bill management is where a bookkeeper will take a bill that you receive and record it and make sure that it is added to your financial ledgers. Budgeting. So if you're an adult, you've probably created a budget in your life, whether that be for personal finances or business finances. Some bookkeepers will offer to help with this process by providing financial data and reminding you of bills that may be coming up that will need to be paid in that budget period. Payroll processing. Some bookkeepers offer to provide payroll processing. This is where they will take the information that you are provided when you hire a new employee, ensure that that employee is added to payroll, and will calculate what that employee's paycheck will be. If you have an employee that's paid hourly, your bookkeeper will add up their rate and how many hours they worked to see how much that employee should be paid. Bookkeepers will also help you keep track of how much Medicare and Social Security you should be setting aside for each employee. And they may also offer to help you with 1099s and 941s. Manage inventory. Some bookkeepers will offer to help you manage your inventory. They will record what was purchased, what is remaining, and help keep up with data in sales that will help you make financial decisions down the road about your inventory. Preparing financial statements. A bookkeeper may offer to prepare financial statements for you. This includes balance sheets, cash flow statements, and profit and loss reports. There are many more financial statements that a bookkeeper can produce, and I will actually deep dive into financial statements in a future podcast episode. Bookkeepers will prepare these for you. Most of the time, they will ask you the frequency of which you would like to receive these reports. They're very useful when making financial decisions about your business. So to sum it all up, bookkeepers ensure that financial data is recorded accurately. I want to go ahead and say that some bookkeepers may not offer to perform all of these tasks. I know there are some bookkeepers that will only offer to categorize transactions and do accounts reconciliations. I know there are some that offer payroll services and some that offer inventory management. It really depends on the bookkeeper. Financial accuracy and organization are crucial to the success of a business. From the start of your business, I would really recommend that you have a process for categorizing your transactions, organizing your receipts, your account statements, your invoices, and your bills, and making sure that all this information is recorded and sorted and available. Making a habit of keeping things organized now will prevent your business from becoming unorganized and prevent future hassles down the road. All right, we've talked about what bookkeeping is. Now let's talk about why it's so important. Bookkeeping is important because it takes the financial data that your business receives and puts it in a easy to understand format so that you can make financial decisions about your company. Bookkeeping can show you how much money you're making, where your money is going. It really helps you understand and become well acquainted with your business. It takes all that information you receive on a daily basis and paints a picture of your business so you can take a look at it and make decisions to help it grow. It does not take long for an unorganized and uninformed business to become a hassle. When important financial changes go unnoticed, when bills go unpaid, when invoices are past due, it hurts your business and it can become a burden for you. This is why bookkeeping is so important. So, do you need a bookkeeper? Well, if you don't have a bookkeeper, you may be wondering, do I need one? And the answer to this question is not always yes. If you were just starting out as a business, you might not have enough financial movement to need someone to sort it just yet. If you're only having a few transactions a month, maybe 1 or 2 invoices received, it's not that much information, and a bookkeeper may even tell you this. It may be better for you to record this data now yourself, and once your business grows and managing your books starts to consume a good portion of your time, it makes it harder for you to focus on the success of your business, then look into hiring a bookkeeper. Having that time to familiarize yourself with your books can prove useful in the future. It can help you understand bookkeeping and its process and help you know what to look for when hiring a bookkeeper. So you may be asking yourself, how can I organize my financial data until it's time to hire a bookkeeper? Well, one thing I would recommend is using a spreadsheet software. I have Microsoft, so my spreadsheet software is called Excel. I think Google's is called Spreadsheet. But getting acquainted and understanding a spreadsheet software can help you use it to sort your financial data, and it's a useful skill to have. I use spreadsheet softwares on a daily basis. I use it to do my grocery budget, to see how much my groceries are going to cost this week and compare that to last week's prices. I use it for making a personal budget for myself. Now, I will say it does take time to get familiar and used to a spreadsheet software, but I would really recommend that any business owner be acquainted with one. It is a skill that to this day I do not regret learning. You can use a spreadsheet software to create a ledger of all the invoices that are owed to you, and you can use it to track your transactions, and you can even use it to make financial statements. Bookkeeping is not as simple as it seems. It's a complex job that can take hours to manage, and it's never complete. There is always new data, new bills, new invoices. There is a constant financial funnel that needs to be organized and acknowledged, and that is why bookkeeping is so important, why it is necessary. Thank you all for listening. I hope you found this podcast informative, and I hope you all have great success in your future endeavors. Have a wonderful morning, and I will see you all in the next episode of Balanced Breakfast.